Hi there, YouTube. I have never done a product review like this, but this is some information I wish I had had when I was trying to pick out a holster for my Springfield Armory XDS 9mm 3.3-inch barrel. There's a ton of options when it comes to Kydex holsters on the internet, and it's really hard to tell what you're getting for what you're paying. So I just wanted to show you the difference between two holsters that I got at two different price points. Now the first one that I got was this We the People holsters Kydex holster, and you know it functioned and it worked, and I got in at a really good price when I bought this initially when the company was just starting. I think I paid maybe $15 for this. Now they list on their website that this costs $65 regularly, and it's on sale for $34. I don't know if this is a Cyber Monday week price or if that's their typical sale price, but that's where this one came in price-wise. Now it has a similar, if not identical, belt clip. They both are the same general shape. They look kind of close. So it's hard to tell from the internet, right? Well, the first problem I had with this that I had to adjust greatly was the standoff of this clip from the body of the holster. Now, this is in its corrected state, but when I first got this was stood off about to this height here. So I don't know if you can see that, but initially this bump right here that they put in to clear these screws was sticking out about another 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. And as you can imagine, that showed quite a bit under my shirt. I conceal carry this at the appendix location. So I had to take a heat gun to this and push that back down in. Not a big deal. I know how to manipulate things like that myself, but not everybody will, or will want to do that to something they just bought. You want it to work out of the box. And so fitment, it fits well. It holds to the lines of the gun, but as you can see, the lines are not sharp at all. The retention is very mushy. There's no real snap to it. It just kind of mushes into place. It snapped that time, but in general, it just kind of mushes in there. Does it work? Yes, it works. But it doesn't give you a lot of confidence, the type of retention this gives you. Now, of course, you can adjust the retention by heating this area and pressing in, but if you're buying a product, you want it to be right when you get it. And so I recently got my hands on this Tulster branded holster. Now look at the difference in the sharpness of the lines on this. Now the difference between these two, I think, is that this was maybe molded around one of the blue gun type deals. This was molded on a custom CNC machined template. So careful thought has been put into every edge on this, that it's clearly visible. They have a preset indentation there. Every line is well thought out, a nice clean channel here for the sights to go through. The inside is spotless compared to the inside on this. It's maybe hard to see with the lighting. There's a lot of tooling marks. Of course, these are dirty because they actually have been carried. So overall, it looks a lot better. But looks don't matter if it doesn't function. So take a look at the snap on this. That is what you want to hear when you put your gun into a holster. Very strong snap. That is carefully manipulated by this indentation here. It isn't relying on just gently mushing into the entire body of the holster. It is only being retained by what they intend it to be retained by, and that's this indentation here, and you can hear it. You'll also see that channels like this extend all the way to the back of the holster, because whatever feature those are allowing to get through, it needs to make it all the way into the holster and seat. You don't see that really on this holster. So, oh yes, and of course the height that the clip rests at. This was carefully placed. There's no question about that. No issues right out of the box. I put it on and it instantly felt better. So I guess my conclusion with this is that at the price point that I bought this at, not at what it's currently being sold at, it worked. It didn't feel great. I didn't have a ton of confidence in it. I needed to do quite a bit of work on it to make it what I wanted it to do. But it functioned. They no longer sell it at that price point. And so I don't know that I would have bought this, especially if I knew what I was getting into. Now this one's a little bit more expensive. You can definitely find cheaper holsters on the internet, but I don't think that I've actually seen one that has lines this crisp and sharp. And I certainly have never seen a holster in person that has this level of just audible snap to it. That is just fantastic retention. This one, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. By the way, should have shown this at the beginning. Absolutely empty, nothing in there. So you be the judge as to what price point works for you, but for my money, between these two holsters, definitely spend the extra few dollars and get something that you're willing to bet your life on. Thanks for watching.